Are you intuitive? Do you get guidance? Is it consistent? Is it random? Does it freak you out? And if you do get vibes, do you listen? I mean, more than get them, do you trust them all the time? Or is it maybe here, maybe there? Or do you get them and you trust them, but you don't get them enough? Or I get them, but they're not strong enough, and I still have the habit of saying, how can I be sure? My name is Sonia Choquette. Welcome to my channel. I think your vibes brought you here today, and if you're coming back, welcome back. We are in the midst of a big planetary shift, and one of the things that is required to stay on board, if you will, and in the flow of your life working and you actually enjoying yourself and manifesting and being safe, minimum, is you need to trust your vibes. You need to have intuition. You need to recognize that my inner senses are absolutely not optional. They are essential to my well-being, my protection, my success, my relationships, my health, my purpose. I mean, it's like trying to function. It's like trying to go on a road trip without the car. We need the intuitive faculties that we are God-given to possess. So if you're new to my channel, I hope that this is something you're looking for. And if you're coming back, let's get on with it. Okay, so first of all, let's distinguish just the signatures of vibes versus wishful thinking, fear, and all of that. Because that's probably one of the biggest questions that I run into with my students is, how do you know the difference between a wishful thinking, a fear, and a vibe? A couple things. When you get an intuitive feeling, for one, it doesn't necessarily come with any words. It might, but not really. It's a feeling that's not dramatic. It's low key. It's sort of kind of in the back. It's quiet but consistent. Whereas wishful thinking talks a lot in your head. Fear has waves of threat or dread, and it kind of pushes you back. Now, there is legitimate warning, but it's going to be very direct, very blunt. Don't go there. Or just no, rather than, oh my God, this is bad. Let me tell you why. That is not vibes. Because vibes, trusting your intuition, is trusting energy that you are experiencing, energy that you are feeling. That's what it is. So you have to dial in to get into your body. You're not going to get vibes in your head. You're going to get a lot of barking dog, which I call your ego, and it's noisy and disturbing. Vibes, intuition, inner guidance is to the point. It's very direct, doesn't have a lot of talking. And here's another thing. It's consistent. So let's say, I'll give you an example from my own life. 7 years ago, I was invited to go. I was advised, actually, it was a bad time in my life, to go and meet this person who was an energetic and Chinese healer who was visiting Paris. And I wasn't big on the idea. Just, yeah. But as I was taking the train back to my apartment after that lunch conversation, I got the vibe, go. Okay, that was the vibe. It wasn't go because, just go. So that was about 2:30 in the afternoon. Put it out of my mind. But I entertain and give importance to those I make note of it. So after dinner, again, I hear, just out of the blue, as I was just kind of doing the dishes, go. I knew it was talking about going to make an appointment with this person. Okay, so I decided I will go. And I made an appointment. I only needed 2 times to hear go. So when I went, I had a wonderful experience. He really helped me. And he really got me. He could tell how much grief I was in and how much trouble I was in. I even wrote a whole book about it at the time called Waking Up in Paris. And I was so grateful because it wasn't someone that was heady. I didn't have to explain. He just got it and he helped me kind of get through a particularly dark passage. And I only saw him once. I only saw him one time. But when I walked out the door, my spirit said, he's going to be a really good friend of yours. I thought, that's interesting. It never crossed my mind, but I said, okay, I hear that. And I felt it and I knew it. Okay, then comes the pandemic. Long years go by, and out of the blue, I get an email saying, I'm back in Paris. Would you like to meet for coffee? And not a session. And I said, okay, because I had that vibe. So I went, and when we sat down for coffee, the first thing he said is, look, I moved back to Paris. I'm going to be here for a year. I need friends. Can we be friends instead of me be your healer? And I said, absolutely, sure. And now we are best friends. Now it's 3 years ago. So those are vibes. And they don't talk a lot. Now, wishful thinking talks a lot. And it bounces around. It might say one thing at 1 o'clock, another thing at 3, slightly different at 4, but it's pushy. And it's pushy in a way that is like the message changes, second guesses. And if it's a fear, then what you need to do is simply do what I call empty the garbage. Just sit, put your feet on the floor, put your hands on your heart, and just start saying, naming one at a time, out loud, the things you fear. I fear I'm in danger. I fear I'm being lied to. I fear I'm going to lose money. I fear I'm going to be alone. Just keep emptying. Don't get it all into what? It's the garbage. Let it go. When there's no more, put your hand on your heart and say, my inner guidance or my spirit says, and fill in the blank. If it's a genuine warning, it'll pop right out. If it's just that's all fear and distraction, then the true inner guidance will come forward. And the key to this exercise is to say it aloud, not in your head. Now, the other thing about intuition that really makes, there's 4 things you can do that'll start to really make your inner guidance come online, be consistent, and you will stop fighting it. The first is so obvious, it's not hardly worth saying, but I'll say it anyway, and that is to be open to your guidance, registering on everything in your life. Just like your eyes click and you clock it, and your ears hear, and your nose smells, and your inner guidance is also online, watching, taking things in, observing, energetically receiving. So be open to that. It's there and it is available to me. It's there. It's available. It's mine. It belongs to me. It's natural. Very important. B, second step. This is a big one. Expect your inner guidance to inform you. Expect it. Check on it. Don't just have your eyes inform you and your ears, which, by the way, we look at things and we don't see, or listen, we don't listen, but check. What does my guidance say? Check in with it. What does my guidance say? In fact, you can say that out loud. Well, what does my intuition say on this? And this is not about getting it right or being wrong. It's just say it fast. What does my guidance say on this? And say it out loud, because then you can hear it. And if it's guidance and you hear your own voice and it's actual, real, true guidance, it's the truth for you now, your body relaxes. It's just, yeah. It's like a key in a lock. It just says, yeah, that feels accurate. Don't look for right or wrong. Does it feel true for me right now? That feels accurate. Okay? So that's the next thing. And then the trust part is write it down. Okay, now I know I've just lost half of you right there, but I'm telling you, if you write it down, in a week, you'll be a convert forever, because you'll have hard evidence to work on that. And I feel so strongly about that. I created a journal that you can use for 5 minutes a day to write it down. Let me show you. Trust your vibes, a guided journal. Okay, now this could quite honestly become the most important book you own. I'll tell you why. Because over a period of 4 months, it's going to ask you questions that you have to answer, and it takes 5 minutes a day. That's it. But after you write things down, you can't deny it. When you name it, you claim it. You claim it, it becomes powerful. and more powerful until you integrate your inner guidance into your life so it's seamless. So if you need that booster, the Trust Your Vibes Guided Journal, you can get it. Amazon, Hay House, your bookstore, you can order it. We'll put it in the notes here. Absolutely life-changing to write it down. And the little prompts that I give you will make you aware of things you might overlook. Like, what did you feel? What's going on? How did that person leave you? What was that experience? And those energies are your inner guidance. It's a whole constellation of nudges and little very subtle messages, and it'll teach you how to learn to not miss them. So that's something you can do to really support yourself. And it'll change your life. Then, okay, I hear it, I sense it, I trust it, I wrote it down, but now act on it. Now that's the one everybody stops and goes, oh no, I don't know I can be sure. It's like, act on the little things because there's no risk. If your vibes say, turn here, there's a parking spot, turn. And be willing to be disappointed. Don't be a control freak. So many people stop because if they can't guarantee they're going to be right and get it 100%, they don't do it at all. It is trial and error. You'll get a feel for things. It'll start guiding you. To which end, and I created this a few weeks ago, say the prayer every morning, move me in the direction of my highest good. Actually tell your body and your brain to follow your guidance. Just move me. I give you full permission. And then loosen those hips and be movable. Get out of your head. Ask yourself out loud during the day, what does my guide say? What is my guidance? What is my inner vision? What is my intuition? What do I feel in my heart? If you're stuck in fear and you have all kinds of upset, empty the garbage out loud for 3 minutes and then ask. And then if you don't act, at least say, this is the action I'm being guided to make. Even if you don't act, at least acknowledge the action. Because even if you don't act and then you acknowledge it afterwards, you're going to see, I should have acted. And that's only going to take 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, you're no longer going to fight it because you'll have enough evidence that this is me helping me. This is my natural, God-given inner constellation of senses that center around the voice of my spirit that will protect me. So just in summary, you have to kind of assume woo-woo is where it's at. We have inner senses. They've been dismissed and ignored, and that's crazy town. We have to listen to our inner senses. And what I want you to think about is, when have you and it worked out? When have you and it worked out? I had a friend who wanted to make a move across country, but it was when, everything was, the rates were, interest rates in the U.S. were still low. It was like, that was a distant memory. But her vibe said, get online and just look right now. It was like 2 a.m. She got on, she saw something, she bid on it, got it. And this is when there were bidding wars going crazy, moved cross country, sight unseen on this house. Everybody said she took a lot of flack for it. And that's part of it. You may have to. Now we're in here now a good 5 years later, and she loves it. Her whole family loves their move. So you also have to get a little bit of fire in the belly and be willing to, what I call, dance in the fire. In other words, withstand people's criticisms. Who cares what people say? Just say it works for me. To that end, hold on, I want to show you. Hold on, I'll be right back. If you haven't read this book, you need Trust Your Vibes. Trust Your Vibes. Honest to God, they could save your life. They can create the best relationships. They can bring you abundance. They can protect your health. They can take care of your kids. They can do everything for you, but you have to trust them. So this whole book is about trusting them. And the journal. Now listen, I'm not promoting these to promote these. These have been out forever, but they will change your life. And then finally, start naming your vibes as a positive thing. Don't call them weird. Don't say it's strange and oh my God. Say the best thing. My guidance gave me some real support today. Talk about your inner guidance system as your superpower, your best thing, because it is. It is. And then at the end of the day, say thank you. Start reframing and retraining your conscious brain, your ego, and your body to let this guidance flow. It's your design. So you have to do maybe some reorganizing, especially if you've got a lot of ignorant feedback from whatever and for whatever reasons not to trust yourself. That's just a message to give your power away. And right now, it's not negotiable. You need your vibes. They work for you. And my book, Trust Your Vibes, and if you're not a reader, the audio will really get you on board. And the journal will give you your own evidence. You don't have to trust me. You can trust your vibes after 2 weeks. It takes practice and paying attention and some reorganization. If it's a lot of words, it's too much talking, it's not your intuition. If it's a feeling that you can't just quite give words to, it is an intuition. It is guidance. And it's valuable. It's protecting you. And then the final thing I need to say is your guidance is only going to work for you if you want to really get to the true essence of things. If you're a person who wants to live in la la land and you would rather live in denial, like don't tell me my partner is spending all our money because I want to think well of him while you're going broke, or don't tell me that this food is good for me when really it's really bad for you. It's like denial's no protection. So again, people who are intuitive are courageous. They're authentic. They're committed to living to their own truth, not the truth, because there's no such thing. We all have our own truth. So, and then to stand up for yourself if you do get challenged. Don't ask for permission and certainly don't ask for agreement. But if you do get challenged, all you simply have to say is, I'm willing to take the risk. It works for me and it makes my life work. It really is my super secret sauce, and I am going to trust my vibes because it's part of who I am and it really takes care of me. End of subject. So I hope this quick tutorial helps you. If you please have a moment, write down in our comments where your vibes helped you, where your intuition protected you and it changed your life and brought you blessings, because I want enough people to hear, don't trust me. This is the best thing you got going for yourself. So when you start using it and listening to it, it all boils down to keep it simple, want to know, be open, expect your intuition to work, trust it by writing it down. If you don't write it down, then at least say it out loud and record it so you can't deny it later or forget, and then act on it. First in little ways and then in bigger ways. And if you're too afraid to act, at least write down or acknowledge, this is what I am being guided to do. Because in 2 weeks, you'll start acting on it. Okay, thanks for tuning in. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. Better yet, subscribe if you haven't. Share this, because I'll tell you what, the other thing is, if you surround yourself with people who are also willing to trust their vibes, life becomes really very magical, very manifest, abundant, and fun. So get some people to trust their vibes with you. All my love, thumbs up. See you next week. Bye, everyone.